Monday for me, Monday for you. But today, we're going to do a big Southern Sunday dinner. Sunday dinner here in the South is a big deal. It's when family gathers up, you make a lot of food with a lot of love, and everybody just exists together, and you love each other, and you just spend time together. And you do all that with a big Sunday supper. So let's go. Let's cook dinner. We're going to go ahead and get started on the main. Yeah, I usually don't start the main until like the middle or the end. But today we got to start it in the beginning. We're going to be doing homemade chicken and dumplings. All right, I'm going to be doing these in my Instant Pot. It's going to keep the house from getting so hot because it's going to have to cook for a good minute on the stove top. Instant Pot is fast. So I have this little container, 8 ounces of chicken broth. Just going to pour that in there to give it a little boost of that chicken flavor. And I know y'all wondering, Brooke, this is a lot of food. Yep, it is. And on Sunday dinner, you have guests usually. And people come over and have some dinner with us. We just don't like to record other people because, you know, it's not very nice. And we have leftovers, lots of leftovers. I'm just throwing all these chicken legs in here. For homemade dumplings, chicken legs are the best. Slow cook them, pull all that meat off. The bones and the skin create a really rich broth. It's perfect. Now I'm just going to add water until it covers those chicken legs. So that's pretty good. I'm going to go in with a couple pinches of salt. A couple bay leaves. Some adobo because yes. And a little bit of onion powder. We'll put this lid on. Make sure it's on sealing. We're going to pressure cook this for 45 minutes and then do a quick release. Make the dough for the dumplings. This is a big pot of dumplings, y'all. So we're going to have a lot of flour. For these dumplings, I have used the Formula L biscuit mix. Normally, I use self-rising flour and shortening. All Formula L biscuit mix is self-rising flour with dried pieces of shortening in it. See? That's all this is. I can't find my self-rising flour. I think I'm out, so I'm having to do this instead. I'm going to go in with some milk. I'm just going to keep adding milk until it's the consistency of dumpling that I like. We do doughy dumplings. Well, not doughy. I don't roll my dumplings out. We do dollop dumplings. We dollop it in there. Ooh. I think that was perfect on the first try. Holy smokes. Well, go me. Okay, so for dumplings, I like to have it a little bit more wet than I do for biscuits. Just makes for a good fluffy dumpling. Like that. That was easy. I thought I was going to have to do it a little bit more. The chicken is done. I did a quick release, and when it's safe to open, next step. I'm going to take out all the very super crazy tender chicken legs so we can take off all of that meat. It's a lot of chicken. Still kind of hot, so I don't want to use my hands. We're just going to peel off all of this meat. Tossing out all that chicken. Oh, we made a splash. And I'm going to turn my Instant Pot on saute. to get this baby boiling again so we can toss in those dumplings. Coming to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and toss in pepper. We like lots of pepper and dumplings. Y'all, if you don't like lots of pepper, you don't got to do this part. We feel it's necessary in the dumpling area. That was weird. So I knew this was enough liquid. I went ahead and put 1.5 cups of water in this. And to make up for the lack of chicken broth in that 1.5 cups of water, I'm just going to shake a little bit of bouillon in there. Our chicken water is boiling. Chicken water. Okay, our chicken and our broth is boiling. And I'm just going to start dolloping in dumplings. Please do not stir your dumplings. You can press them down to get them in the water, but if you stir those dumplings, they're going to turn into mush. Don't touch the dumplings. You see how this dumpling ain't in the broth? Don't stir it. Push it. Just push them down. Look at it boiling. Remember, just push it down. We don't stir it yet. We're going to let this boil vigorously like this for 10 minutes before I start stirring everything up together. Stir it up. Let's get that chicken pulled from the bottom. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. It needs more pepper. I know y'all are going to be like, Brooke, that is ridiculous. But y'all, I'm telling you, dumplings need a lot of pepper. I don't make the rules. It's how it's got to be. And here are the chicken and dumplings. Next, we're going to be making a good old country slaw. And this isn't your regular slaw. It's more like a salad. I'll just show you. You're going to need to get you a pretty good sized bowl for this. And we're just going to start chopping up some veggies. I'm going to start with cabbage. I'm not going to use this entire head of cabbage because this is a lot of cabbage. So we're just going to do half of this. Roughly chop it. We're not going to make it super tiny because this is a country slaw. You got to have kind of bigger chunks for this. I like to keep mine around like an inch square. I think that's perfect. Like this. Next, I'm going to go in with a good old tomato. Just going to coarsely chop this up too. I love the smell of fresh tomato. Ooh, it's so nice. Tomato in the bowl. Now we got a good old cucumber. I'm going to cut this in fourths at first, and then we're going to dice it. The country slaw is chunky. A normal coleslaw is, you know, very fine usually. No, not a country slaw. We keep things chunky. Looking good. We're going to throw in some carrots. The carrots, we got to use a shredder. However much veggies you use for this is totally up to you. I'm going to eyeball 1 cup of mayo. Looks like a cup to me. Go in with a 1/3 cup of sugar. About a tablespoon of yellow mustard. 1/4 cup of vinegar. Let's heat it up with a couple pinches of salt. Lastly, some pepper. However much pepper you want. Stick it in the refrigerator until we're ready to eat it. It may look a little bit dry to you at first, but the salt, sugar, all that sauce is going to bring out the liquid to those veggies. So it'll get real nice and saucy. Alrighty, I'm going to put the lid on this and put it in the refrigerator. Next, we're going to make some southern green beans and taters. Let's go. This is so good. We're going to dice up some bacon. I'm only using half of this package. I'm going to save the other half for something for another day. I think this is the easiest way to get bacon out. And then what I like to do, I like to just kind of roll it up and stuff it in the other side. Like that. I don't know. It works for me. Okay. I'm going to coarsely dice the bacon. I'm not cleaning this cutting board or the knife because these are going to be cooking together anyways. Ain't no sense in doing extra work for no reason, you know. I like to leave them kind of chunky so the kids that don't like onions can pick them out pretty easy. But you got to have onions for this. You got to. There's no way around it. I'm going to toss all this into a big kettle so we can start cooking it up. I'm sorry, I just hit my camera. Okay, let's start cooking this up. I'm getting these potatoes ready. I got these little tiny red potatoes, and I'm just going to slice them each in half. I think that's enough. I'm not going to use all of these. Next, I'm going to throw in some tomato paste. This is double concentrated tomato paste, so I'm just doing like a tablespoon. Ooh, don't that look so good? I'm going to toss in the potatoes. Give them a little bit of a stir in this grease right fast. I'm going in with some green beans. I'm using frozen fine green beans. You can use fresh, you can use canned. Do what you have available to you. And then on top of the green beans, I'm going to pour 4 cups of chicken broth and 3 cups of water. Gonna go in with a couple pinches of salt. For green beans and taters, you need a lot of salt. But that bacon is salty, so I'm just doing 3 tiny pinches of salt for now, and I'll taste it when it's done. And I'm going to go in with a couple pinches of pepper too. Okay, and we're just going to start slowly cooking this down. When the taters are done, green beans are done, this is done. Righty spotties. We're boiling. We're doing good here. It's not done, but we're getting somewhere. Ooh, our green beans and taters. They're done. Those taters are tender. Yep, they're tender. Green beans are done. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Green beans and potatoes. Our next side that we're going to be making is some good old skillet corn. Ryder absolutely loves this stuff. I think he could eat the whole pot by himself. Today I'm using white corn and it was frozen. You can use yellow, you can use canned corn. It don't matter. If you're using canned corn, drain it though. Kettle or skillet, toss in your corn. I'm using 16 ounces of corn. Then toss in a half cup of water. A couple pinches of salt. A couple pinches of pepper. 2 tablespoons of butter. And 1 heaping spoonful of sugar. Bring this to a simmer. The corn is pretty much done, so now comes the last step in making the skillet corn. You're going to take a 1/4 cup of milk and a tablespoon of flour and whisk it up. And we're going to pour it into the corn and it's going to thicken up. And this is some good stinking corn, y'all. She's going to get thicker than a Snicker and be tastier than cake. Oh, that was so lame. That's skillet corn. Y'all, I have a bag of okra. We're going to fry up some okra. And a little trick, when you freeze your okra from the garden, don't take it out of the bag. Just let it thaw in here. And we're just going to mix it up in here so you don't have to dirty up a dish. Into this bag of okra, I'm going to sprinkle cornmeal. Like so. A little bit more than that. That might have been too much. It's fine. Just a smidgen of flour. Not much at all. A pinch of salt. A pinch of pepper. We're going to zip her. And we're going to shake her. Now start heating up some oil. Woo! Let's get that going. Is looking fantabulous. You wanna use my heart? No strings attached. Do do do. Last batch. Now, I wasn't going to make this tonight, but it has been requested by Dusty, Ryder, and Braden. So we're going to make some hominy. And there will not be any leftovers of this. They love this stuff. For the hominy, I like to use a skillet. I'm going to pour both cans in here with the juice that it comes with. Go in with 2 tablespoons of butter, some salt, some pepper, and I'm going to boil this until there is no liquid and it's going to almost be fried. You may be wondering, Brooke, where's dessert? You're supposed to start out with dessert. Y'all, it is so hot today. It is hot in this kitchen. I'm going to show you our dessert. Good old watermelon. Perfect for this heat, let me tell you. It doesn't always have to be something, you know, baked or no bake dessert. You don't have to bake all desserts. But yeah, we're just doing watermelon for dessert today, and that's perfect. That is a pretty watermelon. That's a perfect watermelon. It's so good. And here is another Sunday supper at the Sutherland house. We got our dumpling, hominy, our skillet corn, green beans and taters, okra, our country slaw, and watermelon for dessert. Perfect. Whoop. This is dinner plated up, y'all. We got those chicken and dumplings and the plate full of goodies. We have our green beans and taters, the skillet corn, the okra, the country salad, and hominy. Bam. Dinner done. All right. Give it a go, Bray.
A good salad. That's really good.
Thanks, baby. You gotta try that hominy for everybody because you requested it, and I know everybody's gonna say, Brooke, got so much pepper on hominy, what the heck? But they gotta know that y'all like it like that.
I love hominy. It's so good.
How's those dumplings?
I love dumplings. They're real good.
Thank you. Okay, Kaka, how is your dumplings?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Well, how's dinner?
Good.
Is the hominy good? Thank you guys for coming over for Sunday supper. I hope you have a fantastic week. If you try any of these recipes in this video, I hope you'll love them. I'll see you next video. Remember, as always, be positive and kind and happy. And I love you. I'll see you later, taters. Bye.